The housemates left a pile of dirty dishes and disappeared for 3 days. I got tired of it, so now the kitchen stinks and there are lots of bugs. I'm 27 years old and I live with 3 male housemates who are in grad school. I have the master bedroom, and they live on the other side of the house. They're all about 2 years younger than me, so I've unwillingly become the mom of the house. Most of the time, I don't mind. I just say, "Hey guys, don't forget to do X," and they do it. But when it comes to cleanliness, I just can't stay calm. When I cook, I either wash the dishes right away as I go or soak them in the sink for a little bit and then wash them within a couple of hours. But my housemates, they just leave everything. About 2 weeks ago, I got mad because I wanted to cook pasta, but there were so many dirty dishes in the sink that I couldn't even wash a frying pan. Out of frustration and probably some passive aggression, I just washed all the dishes and then waited until all the guys were home to talk to them. I said, "Listen, I tried to wash a pan, but there was no space in the sink. I understand you've got school and everything, but we need to figure out a way for the dishes to get washed, at least within 48 hours after use. Otherwise, it piles up and I feel like you're just dumping all the housework on me, guys." "Oh, God." "Yeah, of course. Our dishes aren't your responsibility. Sorry. From now on, don't worry. Just wash your own." And here's what happened 3 days ago. Roommate number 1, Nathan, went to visit his family. Roommate number 2, Luciano, went to South America with his research group. And roommate number 3, Sanjit, is probably hanging out at his girlfriend's. They all vanished like morning mist, and the next day I woke up realizing that none of the guys were home. But they left a pile of dirty dishes in the sink. We live in the South, and it's already starting to get warmer outside. Bugs are showing up, attracted to all the crap left on the counters. It's now the 3rd day, and around their dishes there are flies and gnats. Normally I would have freaked out and washed everything, but you know what? I refuse to wash their stinky dishes because they themselves said I don't have to. I don't even go into the kitchen now. It's disgusting. Luckily, I have my own bathroom in the master bedroom. And just for fun, I decided to wash my own dishes in the bathroom sink, which, surprise, surprise, has no bugs. Tomorrow, 2 of them will return from their trips. I'm not going to worry one bit when they realize what their laziness leads to. Update. Whew. Well, guys, honestly, I didn't expect my post to get so many comments, so I guess I'm not the only one in this situation. First, an answer to those who said I should have just carried their dirty dishes into their rooms. That wouldn't have been malicious compliance. Nobody told me to take dirty dishes anywhere. And besides, I would have had to touch all that nasty stuff, and I really didn't want to. Though I'll keep that strategy in mind in case I ever want a little petty revenge. To those who said I'm deliberately setting our house up for a bug invasion, we live in an old rental in the woods in the South. Bugs are, sadly, inevitable, something we have to deal with. Normally, they hang around the trash can. Gross, but whatever, it's trash. Besides, I usually spray the can with chemicals after each takeout. In any case, I'm not the only one responsible for keeping bugs out of the house. That's everyone's job. That's the point. Anyway, to the story. Since all the housemates came back at different times, you'll have to remember them separately. So here are fake names. Roommate number 1, who visited family, Nathan. Roommate number 2, who was in South America, Luciano. Roommate number 3, who hung out at his girlfriend's, Sanjit. So Sanjit was the first to return last night with his girlfriend. As far as I can tell, they didn't go into the kitchen at all and just went straight to his room. But in the morning, I wasn't so lucky. The cat clawed my foot at 7 a.m., so I woke up completely and heard them slapping around in the kitchen for coffee. Sanjit said the kitchen stinks, and his girlfriend agreed. Then he added something like, "That's why I don't want to cook here," which, honestly, is true. Sanjit rarely cooks. He mostly orders food. So I can confidently say, those dishes weren't his. He and his girlfriend left the house pretty quickly after that conversation. Next, Nathan came back around 2 p.m. At that time, I was outside cleaning the cat's litter box, the second bug-attracting spot in the house. I heard him come in. But I didn't want to hang around in the living room waiting, so I didn't see his first reaction. When I came back inside, he was already in his room unpacking after the trip, and the nasty buzz was still coming from the dishes. I went back to my room to put the litter box away and then got stuck on my phone, as usual. About 2 hours passed, and still nothing happened in the kitchen. I started to get nervous. Honestly, some of your comments got to me, guys, like, they don't care. Now those bugs are yours, I seriously thought. What if they really don't care at all, and those dishes will just sit there for another 48 hours? What if I got mad and stressed out for nothing? So I came up with Plan B. Plan A, of course, was the best-case scenario. A great moment of realization when all the housemates understand that living together is teamwork and everyone has to contribute. But if that didn't work, then Plan B was to wait until everyone was home again, drag them into the kitchen, and say, "Look at this crap. These are bugs. You literally left these dishes for over 3 days so that I would clean them. And don't say they're not yours. Here's bleach. Here's insecticide. Go. Get to work." Just thinking about it made my blood boil. And though I'm small, I can be scary. So part of me even hoped I'd get to use Plan B and blow off steam. Luckily, at some point Nathan came out of his room and started cooking a frozen pizza in the kitchen. I heard the clatter of dishes, the oven door opening and closing, and the sweet smell of pepperoni spreading through the house. The dishes clattered some. More, and Nathan walked toward my room. I heard his footsteps before I saw him. Nathan. "Hey, Vitya, it's me." Me. "Hi. How was the trip?" Nathan. "Fine. I'm just still jet-lagged. But what happened here?" Me. "What do you mean?" Nathan. "Like, did something rot in the trash?" Me. "You mean the bugs? Well, that's what happens when dirty dishes sit around and everyone leaves." Nathan makes a disgusted face. "Ugh, yeah, gross. The cleaning stuff's under the sink if you need it." "Okay, thanks." He walked off with such a sour look. The nice thing about being the house mom is that at least when I directly tell someone to do something, they do it. So, even though Nathan was sulking, he started cleaning while the pizza was baking. In my head, I was just cheering. I even did a little silly happy dance at my desk, with elbows. And finally, I could relax a little. Nathan washed not only the dishes, but also the surfaces around the sink. He even tried spraying the bugs with insecticide. I left him to it and kept scrolling my phone. I thought about posting an update right then, but not all the housemates were back yet, and I hadn't seen the final result. What if he half-assed it? I did peek into the kitchen a little later. I wanted to make myself some tea, and to my huge surprise, there wasn't a single plate in the sink, and there were noticeably fewer bugs. We live basically in a forest cabin, so some gnats and fruit flies are sadly inevitable. But now there were way fewer than a couple of hours ago. Luciano, the last housemate, came home around 8 p.m. in a great mood. He's our party guy, and he and Nathan are best buddies who regularly get drunk together. Our recycling bin is always full of beer cans and empty bottles. And it's almost always the result of Nathan and Luciano's late-night binges. Luciano comes in and starts putting beer on the table. "Nathan! Nathan! Get over here, bastard, let's drink." Nathan, apparently still recovering from jet lag, came out of his room half asleep. 2 cans opened. Nathan. "Lou, you owe me at least 5 beers. You cooked chicken last week, Luciano?" Maybe." Opens the fridge. "No, dude, you didn't wash anything. It was all sitting in the sink when I got back." Awkward pause. Fridge closes. Shit. "Yeah. Dude, look at this." I guess Nathan had taken pictures of the sink when he got back and was now showing them to Luciano. This is how it looked. I know my baking sheet was left from last week, but... And at this point, Nathan started speaking quieter and I couldn't make it out anymore. "Sorry, guys, but I think I heard my name." So I assume it was something between good-natured, we literally just told Vitya she doesn't have to wash our dishes, and annoyed, Vitya acted like a total bitch and I had to clean everything. Either way, I don't care. I don't mind. Being the villain if it means I get a clean sink in the end. A few minutes ago, I went to the kitchen again to make more tea. Everything looked great. Luciano and Nathan were on the back porch, smoking one cigarette after another, and Sanjeet was probably still somewhere with his girlfriend. Just for prevention, I sprayed the kitchen with insecticide again and then wiped everything dry. Now the place smells strongly of chemicals, but honestly fine. Maybe it'll serve as a reminder. I wish I could hit fast forward and tell you, and from then on, they never left dirty dishes in the sink again. The end, but only time will tell. Looks like the main culprit in this whole story was Luciano, and I'm a little sad he never got to see the full bug festival with his own eyes. But if Nathan keeps him in check, everything will be fine. I'm sure some of you were expecting a huge roommate drama, and I was honestly mentally prepared for a fight, but I'm truly glad everything just got resolved without major crap between us. I'll definitely keep your strategies and ideas in mind for the future if this happens again. Either I'll spread dirty plates on their pillows, or I'll hide all the clean dishes so they can't use them. Thanks for watching this video until the end. Watch our previous video, which you'll see right here. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and good luck to you.